want to start by thanking PechaKucha and Super Deluxe for having us tonight. I know Fotoku is a portmanteau, a mixing of the words photo and Tohoku. It's a project that aims to remake family photos and family photo albums for those who were affected by the events of 311. Basically, we go with busfuls of professional photographers and usually foreigners, instant cameras, and we're using instant film. And we are giving, Michael's in there somewhere, and we're giving new photos to new families. And the reception that we've had is spectacular. Everybody loves it. It's really fun. You can see the smiles right here. The best way to understand Photohoku is to see it in action. So I'm going to ask you to hold this, and I need somebody from the audience. Why don't you come on up?
Yeah, come on.
Nice.
Could you just,
Red coat, scarf.
and stand up and... So Brian and I are organizing the group of professional photographers and go out to the devastated area once a month with cameras like this and with the instant peel apart type film, and then also lots of albums. So we are using the instant film like this.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. Yeah, we're gonna show you in the end of the presentation. Anyway, so this is an instant film, and actually this instant film is a really important part of Photohoku because that can make people feel like secure and very special. Like many people in Tohoku feel like they are being mined for photos. So they feel like a little bit uncomfortable to have their photo taken because a lot of media people just rush into the Tohoku and just take people's photos. So we are using instant film, and if we are using instant film, we can just tell them that it's not for media or anything else, but just only for them. So we are not really taking photos, but we are giving photos away. So thank you. So we have nothing left for us, but this is like the essence of Photohoku. So we fill the first few pages with the instant film and give it to them, hoping that they will continue their albums. So we also give we are collecting the retired digital cameras from all over the world, and we give the cameras donated by the people like you.
If you have an old digital camera, you can donate it to us, and we'll find a new home for you.
People doesn't have a camera, so but if we give cameras, they can just continue by themselves even after we leave. So the photos and the album's gonna just continue their life.
One of the great things is that when we first met some of these families, we filled the first few pages of their new photo albums up, and when we often revisit the same places and the same families, and we were very surprised and happy to see that the albums that we started for them were already filled.
Yeah, some people just feel like 3 albums in 3 months or so.
And also, they've sometimes the cameras that we've given them have inspired them to go out and make new family photos, which they didn't have a reason to maybe before.
Right.
Yeah, these girls, they were great. They didn't want to have... The little sister was really willing, but the big sister wasn't. And then the little sister convinced her. So we basically just walk around the temporary housing areas, and we kind of do a little Peter Pan act, and we get the kids to come over. And as soon as they see what's going on, as soon as they understand, you'll see in a second, everybody wants one, and they start lining up. Wow. This was one family. This was I approached these guys and said, "All right, let's take some family photos. How about whose family?" And they said, "No, we're all the same family."
And there are another family inside the house.
Yeah, there was another 20 of them crowded around this temporary house, all one family. When was the last time you saw this many family members together?
Okay.
So far we have made 20 plus trips. We've been to 12 different communities. We've taken 60 volunteers from 15 different countries. We've started 300 new photo albums. We've given I don't know how many cameras, and we've made about 4,000 new portraits for people.
Maybe about 40 cameras.
40 cameras. This is the Takahashi family. One of the great parts of the project is that we get to see what happens to these. This family had the most harrowing story of escaping from a car that was floating away in the tsunami. The mother with her 3 kids, they got on the roof of the car, they were rescued, and here they are a year and a half later in their new home.
Yeah.
Now, this is the story of Sato-san. She so sadly lost her daughter and was survived by her granddaughter, and now she's tasked with taking care of her granddaughter, and she doesn't know if she's going to be able to live long enough to take care of her. And
she has been crying all the time. But
and when she saw her photo for the first time, when we took her photo, I said something at the moment that we took her photo, and she burst into laughter, and she saw her photo, and she said, "I didn't think I'd be able to see myself smile again. Now I can. Now I know I can smile again." This is them a year later in their new house. Their granddaughter's getting bigger. That's a super, super happy story. There's so many little other merits to Photohoku. One of the great parts about Fotoku is that we get to use the skill that we're trained at, and that empowers us, and that makes us want us to do it again and again and again and again. I encourage anybody who's interested in photography. You don't have to be a photographer to get involved in this project. Anybody who wants to touch the project should get in touch with us after. We are on the media, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. We've got something called Fotoku that we just started.
Here's
these guys,
like RJ there, so he's doing
our guys,
the
he's gonna ride from Lisbon to Istanbul, raising awareness, and we've got an app. We got a free
search
app.
Photohoku,
You can go
yeah,
download our Photohoku app.
English and Japanese.
English and Japanese. It's free, and what you can do is you can watch a little movie book that has the story of Photohoku, and it's really cool. It's interactive. You can see what we're doing, and also it's got a camera in it, and you can take a photo. It embeds our little logo in it. You can upload it directly to our Facebook page.
You can send a message to Tohoku people.
Exactly.
Too.